Howdy guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at some basic settings for adding 3D models. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, if we head into the program here, and now we're going to be looking at just some settings. There's two main settings I want to look at. The rest is kind of if you're used to a text document and so forth, that's quite easy to figure out. But what we're going to be looking at is I'm going to go to model, create word model, and then from here we're going to be looking at a few settings. Now first of all, let's add a letter. I'm just going to make it A, so we've got a letter A there, and then I'm going to choose a font, make it Arial black because it's nice and big. Now, the first two settings here, if you've used text programs, it's very easy to figure out. That's italic and then thickening, which is kind of bolding, but keep in mind, this will also be relevant to the font you use. Some fonts don't allow italic and some fonts don't allow thickening. So just check that out. And then after that, under the model parameter, we're going to be looking at the model size and model height. So like I mentioned in a previous video before, the model size is the overall size, and then the model height will be the actual height of the model. So this we're also not going to go into too much depth. It's quite easy to understand, but we're going to be looking at our chamfer and our passivation. So first of all, let's add a base, which is just standard text, standard letter, and nothing special. So I'm going to leave that one off. Say okay, and yeah, we've got our normal letter A. It's 10 high with 20 and the actual size is 20. So I'm going to move this here to the side, make space for the next one. Then what we can do is do the same thing, model, create word model. I'm going to put A. I'm just going to do this part fast because we've already done it. Now the next thing is let's do some chamfer. So now I'm gonna add this one, and then so this is the distance and then the height 3. So then if I click OK here, zoom out, now you can see it's kind of beveled the edges in a way on the top, and this will give us that nice extra effect. So if you want to really make your text stand out or pop, this could be a way to go about it, obviously depending on your design needs. Then the last one we have is when we add actual passivation to it. So I'm just going to move this here to the side. Let's add another one, model, create word model A, change the font, and then I'm going to keep all these settings the same. I'm just going to make sure I add the bottom passivation. I'm going to enable that. Now when we say okay, what that's going to do is, as you can see, it rounds everything down. So it's like a more of a rounded version of the normal chamfer that we used on that one. So yeah, otherwise that is the main settings I want to look at when you're adding 3D models. Because if you're importing a graphics, you also get those similar options. So if we look here, import, we'll see here we have to obviously enable it. I'm not going to do that now, but we've got here the model height, and we've got the chamfer and the passivation. So that is convenient. You obviously don't get it when you add custom models that you have to do in the actual 3D packaging software. But yeah, there you go. Very simple. We've got a basic, we've got the chamfer and chamfer with passivation. Yeah, otherwise, in the meanwhile, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover. My apologies, over here. And then you can also isolate your search on the top right. And then if you don't find the videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request a training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.